All right, so that's some of the stuff that I might keep. Not sure yet. Got to go through it, clean it up, and so there's the table. There's the top of the fridge for now. Got to clear it off. There, what a big difference, eh, with all that gone. This is the stuff I'm going to keep. I got to wash it all, of course, and I might not keep it all, but I'm going to keep probably a lot of it, and yeah, go from there. There was just trash behind absolutely everything. Uh, I cleaned. I just couldn't leave that paranoid to leave that dirty. So I got that cleaned up. But I'm gonna have to bring down the shop vac and really get those uh, heaters cleaned out really good. I can imagine the one behind yours is going to be just as bad or worse. Uh, so hopefully, whatever they take out of here tonight will be the last. So I know they got to take this little thing here. They're taking that plant, but I got to get that baseboard heater all cleaned up. Uh, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. It doesn't look like it, but it's getting there. It is getting there. This time next week, this place should be pretty spick and span. Well, the core cleaning should be done anyway. Depends on how busy I am. So there's still a pile of shoes and stuff there, all that dog hair, but I'm getting at it. And then hopefully they're going to deal with this tonight, go through it, just get it out of here. And what I've done for now, I just put everything, because everything stinks, right? So it's like, well, not everything, but a lot of it, like the dirty dishes, I couldn't get over that. Like, cardboard's going to burn, so I might still need some boxes yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all these dishes. There's a lot, like I got a matching set there, and my plan is only to use this cupboard, this cupboard, that cupboard, that cupboard. Up there is just, it's not really accessible, and there's not really anything up here that, like I just don't need that. And right beside the stove here, you really don't want to keep your spices and stuff like that, because if you do, the humidity just makes them completely rock solid, right? So all that stuff's going to go in here, but I'm not going to put this outside, but I got to clear this out next. There's some stuff that I might keep in here, like something like that. I'll have to see. There was dishes put back that were like dirty. I mean, I can't believe that. So just deal with it. You know what I mean? But that's what happens when you let things build up and you don't stay on top of it. There was 3 people in here. They could, they should be able to manage that, right? My dad won't allow, like the amount of dirt there. If my dad saw that there's no way he's going to allow that up at home. No, everything's going to be nice and spick and span and clean down here. I still got to pick this up. But it's a process, guys. So yeah, like this room, this is as dirty as this room's ever going to be, and it's only going to get cleaner from here. And then, of course, maybe next year, like I say, if I paint it or whatever. Got a shotgun shell, though. It's a thermos. It's pretty cool. This room here is going to be just epic anyway. So, slept in here a lot when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Jumping from the bunk bed to the bunk bed to the regular bed. My grandfather and grandmother, stop jumping on the beds, yelling at my cousins and I, and all that. So, oh, got something here. What's this? Is that a door? Is that a cutting board? I don't know what it is, but anyway, there's stuff like that, like just jammed in everywhere, and I'm just like, if you have stuff like that you have to jam everywhere, you probably don't need it. Part of the wall coming apart here. That's from the dog jumping on it. So there won't be any wall repairs or anything like that, or stripping it all out and re-insulating. No. The idea is learn to live with it the way it is. Just keep it clean. The butterflies are going to have to come off the wall. Not that I don't like butterflies, but I just don't need them. I just don't need them. And that, so I did take some cobwebs down here, but I clean that off. So there's a lot of dust, and like the dirt is just unbelievable. Yeah, like not to trash my brother and my sister-in-law, but yeah, they did keep it as clean as like there was garbage behind that, garbage in that. I'm sure there's going to be garbage behind this. This was just full of mouse insulation, because the little bugger heads are coming in right there. Actually, I might be able to find a bucket or something to Problem is they'll just jump out. Like if it's not over 2 feet, they can jump out pretty easy. So yeah, I'm gonna deal with the mouse aside is gonna happen. It's gonna take place after I get everything cleaned up. The other thing I kind of figured is I know this window leaks. I'm gonna put a bead of caulking on the outside big time before the winter. So I've got stuff to do, little stuff to do, just to winterize and stuff like that. I've got to figure out all the wiring of all the baseboard heaters, just to see how they're working. I got to test them out, but I got to clean them up before I do that. Might have to replace the thermostat. I'm not too sure. Maybe that one from the old furnace might still be good. But they're old enough. Like maybe every 10, 15 years, you probably should just, get some new ones. They'd be more efficient. Now all this junk in the corner here, I'll let them deal with it. And there's another 2 cups. There we go. Oh, the I Love Dad one's broken. The I Love Mom one was still good. The I Love Dad one was broken. But this is part of the matching set, so I will keep it. There's stuff in there. Yeah, I'll just put it in there for now. I swept, just did like the preliminary sweep. And that's too bad. That's too bad. I'd love to keep it, but I mean the statement is true. I love my dad, but I don't like broken cups. That's a big cup too. I'll just put it in there and they can decide what. Like all these bags here, like I made it so that they can decide whether they want them. And I'm just going to keep condensing them on the recycling days. So once I get the dishes up in there, get the mouse stuff all cleaned out and wash the cupboards, I'll be able to deal with that pretty good. Oh, Robert's up to something. I'm exactly like my grandmother now. I'm spying on everybody from the spy windows. I understand why she's got the windows laid out like this now. I was over talking to my neighbor, Robert, there. Well, he's my neighbor now. I was like, hey, Robert, guess what? I'm your neighbor now. He goes, oh, yeah. He's a French guy. He speaks English. He has a hard time, but But I was like, yeah. He goes, because he's a contractor too, right? He's like, oh, if you need flooring, he goes, I got lots of it. He goes, I'll give you some. Yeah. So who knows, one thing when you work in construction and yard work and all that, you meet people that do that stuff. You'd be surprised what you can get for free a lot of times. But no, I'm going to leave the floors bare. If I ever did anything, hardwood floors would look good in here, but in this house, it wouldn't be worth the investment. I don't think so. I mean, if I got it cheap enough, who knows? But I'd have to solve every leak problem in this house first before I'd even attempt something like that. So once this goes, this is going to air out. Like the house is airing out very nicely right now. Like I say, a lot of the smells are from, you got dishes piled up there. It was, pretty. I mean, the dishwater was pretty. The cup's full of water and stuff like that, and it's all yucky and all that. So you pour that down the sink and it stinks, right? Yeah, so it's like, but the good thing is that I will get all this cleaned up on the next go. But the nice thing is getting that. So there's only 3 garbage bags, but there's way more garbage than that because you throw everything in garbage bags. Like anything plastic or glass is going to go into recycling, right? Paper, well, it burns. I got a burn barrel. And of course metal, scrap metal, you know what I mean? So I gotta set up my scrap metal pile outside somehow, or somewhere, but guys, September's gonna go by really quick. I think I got a lot of stuff to get done before the spring. There's a large waste pickup on the 20th. I'm gonna see if I can get at least a truckload or 2 truckloads out of here, but I'll see if Amanda wants this. If she doesn't, well, I'll burn it. I'll see if she wants this. If she doesn't, I'll burn it. I'm going to keep that, but I got to clean it. There's no, what I do is I don't pull things apart, put it back again, pull it apart. It's I pull it apart, deal with it, put it back. You know what I mean? But I can't deal with that until I get all of this dealt with. That's the mess corner right now. this will all. I gotta wash all this stuff, right? I mean, that was full of grease. I mean, there was all these containers like stored away full of grease just because they didn't throw it out or whatever. They never got around to it, and then it gets buried behind everything. God knows how old that grease was. So I just dumped it across the road. So we walk down my road, smell it. You get a waft of like French fry grease, but it's out of here. You know what I mean? It was like in tubs like this, right? Just full of grease and moldy grease and stuff like that. It's just like you can't keep that stuff. You got to get rid of it right away. Um, yeah, so I think I'm gonna be pretty well set up. The only thing I got to do is buy some cleaning supplies. Actually, I kind of lucked out there if they don't take it. If they don't take the cleaning supplies, I don't even think they're aware of what they had. Uh, I'll show you what I've got to start with for cleaning. All that. So I got two things of Javix. I got Shout. I got Lysol. A couple of things of Lysol. Scrub Free. Got a little, a little bit of laundry detergent. Those are. We got the mop and the pail. So I got to start. You know what I mean? Like I got a good start on stuff. So I don't have to buy that, but I do have to buy rolls of toilet paper, garbage bags, a couple of light bulb stockpiles. So there's things to get. Not a lot to get, but things to get. And yeah, I got my clock in here today, so around 3 I gotta go. I still haven't. I went down twice, but my client wasn't there to go deal with that wasp hornet nest. I gotta wash these windows. Look how dirty these windows probably haven't been washed in like 10 years. I don't even know if you can open them. Oh yeah, no, that's swollen shut. I'll deal with that, or just lock in. Yeah, it's probably the lock. Yeah, there's like a lock on these things. I forget how it works. They're seized in anyway. But these windows, like I'll leave those for. I'll just wash the outsides of them and live with that for the winter. My brother's already got it sealed up, so and then I'll probably put a thing of plastic over it for the winter. You just like tape them these windows. You do this every winter, and then in the springtime, pull it all down. Pull it all down. The fridge, yes, I gotta have to deal with the fridge. Found some keys. Like I'm one of those people. Like I know, like people, like they get overwhelmed with stuff, right? So they just don't want to deal with it and stuff like that. But I know sometimes some of the stuff is good, and that they would probably keep it if you sorted it out for them. And for me, it's like I don't have to do that, but it's for family, so I don't mind doing that. It's just that what I want gone is the bulk of the mess and the things that they can't decide on. I tried that. I don't think that works. Maybe it just needs a bulb, but I don't know. I'll have to test it. But like the stuff like this, like the paper, there might be valuable papers in there. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'll go through it, and if it's something that looks like they need to keep, I'll put it aside from the plant food, the fish food, all that stuff. Yeah, I'll just throw that in a thing, and either you take it or you don't take it. Yeah, that's going to be gone. So that plant attacked me. That stationary plant attacked me in my own home. I told my sister-in-law that if because we're running out of places up there for. Is that growing out of the equipment? Holy crap! She's got onions growing too. Like she does have quite the green thumb. It's just like the house is getting overrun with plants up there, and plants. You got to be careful with plants because plants do create a lot of moisture and stuff. Aquariums, a lot of moisture and stuff. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the aquarium if they're going to keep it or whatever. I think they're just going to get rid of everything. There's not enough space up there for all that, so it's like and it's not like they were changing the water rate like that. That's pretty murky looking water there. I'm sure it'd be good for the plants there. Be a lot of nutrients in there, but on the other hand, it's like that's going to create problems if you keep stuff like that. And not you got to be able to maintain it. I've had aquariums too. Like if I kept that aquarium, there's another one. Like I'd get something less. easier to take care of than a fish, maybe like a little frog terrarium or whatever, something like that. But you have to have time. If you have pets, you have to take care of them. You know what I mean? You got dishes, you got to do your dishes. You know what I mean? But at least I got a whole matching set. A lot of, like all the bowls and all that. It's just nice that it all matches. These cups match. So there's probably way too many cups there. Like for me, like I'll have all these dishes. They're not really for me. They're for the guest or a guest. I don't dirty like like go through all my dishes, like dirty them all, and then okay, now I'll wash them. I eat, I wash it right away. I do this. I've been doing this every night of my life, kind of thing. It's just the way I am. I don't do it I don't let things build up if I can help it. But guys, wait till you see how cleared out I'm going to get this place. It's like, again, it's not going to be the Taj Mahal. Like it's not going to be a brand new place. It's, you can see the the crookedness of the place and stuff like that. But what you are going to see is a very livable, cozy place. I really don't know what I'm going to do with that, if I'm going to keep it or not. Because the way I'm looking at it, if I got this is good enough. I don't need all that. They probably did need that because being 3 people in here and 2 dogs, it is a place to store stuff. But, I'll show you, what happens when like you get all this stuff and the mice get in it and you see the mice shit all over the place and that, and, you get overwhelmed with it. Like this stuff here, like that pancake mix is rock solid. Would you eat that? You're probably better off to buy less at a time. The Jello's probably still good, but even at that, like how old is it? You got stuff like this, and like when do you say when? You know what I mean? Anything I'm gonna have food is going to be stored in like either containers like this, if it's like stuff like that, it would be in containers like that, or like if it's glass jars or whatever. So nothing's going to be stored that the mice can chew in it and stuff like that. And also too, it keeps the scent down and it doesn't attract as many mice. But you do have to do a mouse-aside at some point. But this is going to be, when this is all gone and straightened up and that's cleaned and put back in the room, it's going to be really spruced things up. And I got some pop bottles to take. I'm pretty sure my friend Amanda will take this. I don't know if she'll take the other stuff, but she'll probably take that. I know she'll want that. She ain't getting that. That's my good table. I got the other end table for that. But anyway, I'm going to get... let's see, I still got about another hour before... Let's see if my client's there. Whatever. I could do some dishes if I really wanted to. I really could do that. But it's like, I want to do the other stuff first. But I'm not too sure. But yeah, so the porch is just going to be the stuff it spot for now. Because I still got like all this to, deal with. Hey, buddy. I don't have anything for you today. Well, where'd you go? I know you're looking around. Yeah, I know. I don't have anything, no. It was my brother that was feeding you, not me. Yeah, I know. I don't have anything. Oh, he's mad at me again. So hummingbird this morning, him. Maybe I'll have to start feeding him. I don't know. But then if I feed him, he's going to go into my attic. I don't want him to do that. I just finished talking about how I got to get all the mice out of here. He's there all the time. He's quite tame, especially when you feed him, eh? So he's befriended my brother, and he's going to miss my brother because I'm not going to feed him. So yeah, I don't want any because there was dog food and stuff on the deck. And that's why there was 3 skunks living under the deck. I haven't seen them or smelt them, so I'm thinking that since the dogs have disappeared, the food has disappeared, they disappear, right? So that's my hope. The plants, I don't know what's going to happen for the plants, if they're going to live or die, but yeah, there's still a few. And I got to get all this sorted out and cleaned up and all that stuff, so... But that's once I'm out here, it's going to be pretty happy because, I got to sweep all that down and get it all cleaned up. But I'll be pretty happy because that means, things are getting done, my main goal for this month obviously is to get the stuff that I want in here, but get the place cleaned up. And by the end of October, I want all the, like all the winter preparation stuff done. And by, by the end of, say, November, like the complete winterization, whatever, all that's going to be done. And then, just monitor the place throughout the winter and see how well I do. Like until I get all this place spick and span to do like the big clean, I'm not gonna sleep in here until then. Why? Why would why you don't when you don't need to? You know what I mean? Like there's no rush for me to do this, right? So it's like just get it done, and that's the end of it. There's my mom's pie holders. You can stack these. I'm gonna keep these just because they were my ma's. So. That's a break all my new dishes. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna get the windows all sorted out, get them cleaned. So as I clear the brush there, I can do like my grandmother and spy on everybody, going around. Things. Yeah. So what the hell? Oh, okay, there's a stick there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want anything like that touching those baseboard heaters if I can help it. But anyway, yeah, so like clean up all these windows. Get them all settled up and go from there. Let's have a look at these window locks. I remember when these went in when I was a kid, like, yeah, so you turn these like so, right? And then that way but these ones aren't really working, so see they're all seized up. So I'll probably just take those off. you know what I mean? It's like, how good of a lock would they actually be, right? Well, when they're seized on there, they're pretty good, but like so. So like I need a pair of pliers or something, just can't quite get my knuckle on it there. Come on. Yeah, so the next time I get at this, so I don't know again if I'm working tomorrow. I have a hunch that I am. Well, I'm going to be working tomorrow at least for one little job for sure, if I can finish that other wasp nest thing today, but she's not going to be home until probably after 3. It's not going to take me long. It's going down there, get it done, and then whatever. What was that flopping around out there? Something flopping. Oh, it's the insulation thing. Yeah, I got to seal up all that window. Let it dry. That's probably where most of the water's coming in, is just seeping. So, yeah. Got to figure all that stuff out. But anyway, yeah, it's like coming along. Gonna be I've got 38 minutes out of here. I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna see if I can run out that 38 minutes, because then my memory's filled up. Then I gotta empty everything and then start over again.